Let's talk briefly about Kubernetes manifest files. Think about the infrastructure as code solutions we learned about in a previous course, like Ansible, Puppet, and Chef. Each of them allows the administrator to specify what needs to happen, not how to do it, and the machine magically handles it. Kubernetes is a declarative system in much the same way. This is a sample manifest to create a pod around our Flask container. We aren't going to scrub the YAML syntax here, but I do want to point out a few key pieces. The main 4 keys of API version, kind, metadata, and spec must be specified. Notice that we can define labels under the pod's metadata, which are handy for mapping pods to services. Under the spec key, we specify our list of containers. Oftentimes, there is only one container per pod. Deeper in the structure, we can specify details like which TCP ports are exposed on the container. It's kind of like Docker Compose. Here's an example of a service manifest file. We still have the 4 required keys, but notice there are no labels. Certainly, we could add labels, but in our case, we don't need them. A service doesn't have containers, but we do need to specify a type. A node port means that we are going to allocate a unique port on the worker node, and in this case, port 30,001 will be mapped to port 5000 on the Flask container. The selector at the bottom is where we match the labels applied to pods. Any pods with the role key and web value will be mapped, which matches our Flask pod. Let's test your knowledge before the next clip. You already know the architecture of our CRM app and that we are trying to slowly transform it from a monolithic app to a microservices app. Should we design our Kubernetes architecture using a single pod with multiple containers fronted by a single service? Or should we use one container in each pod, each with a dedicated service? Both of these are technically valid designs, but given our design goals of scalability and high availability, which design is best? We'll explore the correct answer in the next clip.